Portland is the footwear capital. All the big ones are here, each one making its own footprint around the world. But Keene is taking steps that are unusual for any company. News Channel 8's business reporter Joe Smith joins us live downtown with why they set a most unusual goal for themselves. Joe?
Well, Abby, let's call it the Extreme Green Challenge. Renovate a 50,000 square foot warehouse in the Pearl and only take one dumpster to the landfill. How they met that challenge and beyond.
At the corner of 13th and Gleason in the Pearl, a building that looks like so many others here. Faded memories of the past, story after story with a history.
This is a symbol of our commitment to Portland.
Rob Fenty led a team to renovate this 1906 warehouse into Keene Footwear's global headquarters. 50,000 square feet in all, 4,000 of it devoted to what's called the garage.
And the Keene Garage is named as an extension of our house, as all garages are.
It's really a showcase, not only for Keene's designs, but a showroom about repurposing, redirecting, reusing, and recycling.
This is just so clever, and I love all this reuse of materials.
Now nearing its 10th anniversary and growing worldwide, Keene took over the building last February with a self-imposed challenge.
And that bold goal was, could we renovate a 50,000 square foot building and only send one dumpster to the landfill?
They did it and then some.
I'm sitting on recycled oil drums with upholstery that came from an old Ford Pinto. This is a Keene chandelier made out of old telegraph insulators and old wire spools. We have created overhead storage using old decks from World War II aircraft carriers.
Everything done for a purpose. Take the gravity chute to slide shoe boxes from the mezzanine stockroom. Or the old school bleachers to try on a pair. And the garage is part playground, including these happy feet. Left, right, left, right.
We call them the Rock'em Sock'em sock display. Kind of like the Rock'em Sock'em game when we were kids.
Then there's the old Chevy tailgate with heavy-duty springs that's now a bench.
Rather than just throwing things away or letting things die, how can we create a second or third life out of them?
There's even a recycled bowling alley and an homage to where the company lives.
As you can see, what we've done is we've taken old Northwest Street signs and highway signs and turned them into an overhead for our cash wrap, mixed with lights that came out of a local gymnasium.
Simple ideas that are keeping Keene a step ahead and ready to share.
We would like nothing more than to have all companies repurposing like we do.
And it costs more to do all of this, about 30% more, but the company says it's money well spent because it's really part of their mission. And by the way, there are two other garages, one in Japan and the other in Toronto. Back to you. Now that it's officially spring, raindrops will keep falling on our heads, but not on Susan Hamels. She got tired of getting wet and did something about it.
Rain, rain, go away. Bad chance when you live in the Northwest.
How did you come up with the idea?
Pretty much the weather in Oregon.
Susan Hamel has lived in Portland all her life.
And I have never liked getting my hair wet, ever.
So, how to solve that problem?
So I just racked my brain, how do I come up with a way to add a hood to these coats without using zippers or Velcro or anything like that, and it finally came to me. Doesn't seem ingenious to me, but I guess I've never found anything else like it, so maybe it is.
All it needed was a name.
I think it was my mom, because she liked hood to go, good to go. It doesn't show underneath, it doesn't add any bulk, like wearing a hoodie or a sweatshirt. And then when it's sprinkling, you just flip it up, and if you don't need it anymore, you just flip it down.
Next step, find someone to make them.
Susan walked in with a thing that I'm going to say she stapled together. I don't really remember.
Britt Howard runs Portland Garment Factory. She and her team helped refine the design.
It was kind of like a Frankenstein idea.
I hope they make a fortune.
That's now become a monster hit.
Susan from Portland, this arm, she was sick and tired of not having something simple in the rain to update her jacket into a raincoat.
One mention on the Today Show and everything changed for Susan. When it rains, it pours.
When the Today Show contacted me and said they wanted to do a feature on it.
It created a deluge of interest from around the country.
I always knew it could be a real business, but it's pretty much me, my husband, my mom helps me ship some things. So I knew that there was a market for it because everybody I showed it to thought it was a great idea, and not just in Portland, but everywhere.
Susan is now working on expanding the Hood to Go line, more colors and a line for guys. They cost $20. We've got a link on kgw.com. And if Susan looks familiar, you may have seen her perform with her band, the Ham Dogs, at Duff's Garage. They're a Friday night staple. Tracy, back to you.
Okay, she's brilliant. That's all I'm saying. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant idea. We're all buying them.
Remember, hold the pickle, hold the lettuce, special orders don't upset us? That's the case at more fast food eateries now. Those with a taste for something different are creating their own secret menus. It means some restaurants will do anything not to curb your enthusiasm in order to curb your appetite.
I'd like a plain omelet, no potatoes on the plate, a cup of coffee, and a side order of wheat toast.
I'm sorry, we don't have any side orders of toast.
Now, is that any way to treat a customer?
Would you like to talk to the manager?
You won't have to go that far anymore.
Cinnamon dolce cappuccino. Grande white mocha. Can I get a grande cinnamon dolce latte?
While anyone can order off the menu, it's the secret underground menu that's really literally off the menu that more people are trying.
The ones that were on the billboard just didn't match what I liked.
So Ray Oliver from Vancouver invented his own Starbucks favorite.
And I'd say, I think you better get a pen and write this down. Mocha, almond, caramel, 2 pumps of each.
2 pump caramel, 2 pump hazelnut, 2 pump mocha.
So ice latte, 2 pump almond, 2 pump caramel, 2 pump hazelnut, 2 pump mocha.
And then the milk needs to be like real light ice way up high.
After several weeks, Ray's drink became the Mach 2.
The first letters of each flavor and 2 pumps of everything.
The Mach 2, it should be on that menu board, right?
Starbucks coffee diplomat Jane Nan says it probably won't, but that doesn't stop those with a thirst for something different to create their own personalized non-menu items.
Honestly, we'll go as far as it takes.
Including ordering a non-menu French press if you like. The secret menu whispers keep getting louder thanks to internet websites and blogs sharing meal experiences for the past 5 years.
We call it Made for You.
At McDonald's, known for its Happy Meal, it's happy to make whatever's in the kitchen. You can't get spaghetti and meatballs, but if they have the ingredients, no request is too extreme.
For instance, a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich or a grilled cheese sandwich.
Secret menus have become an inside connection, a bonding between restaurant and customer.
We have a white gummy, which tastes like gummy bears. We have strawberry shortcake.
All smoothies are not on the menu at Jamba Juice, but they are part of the secret menu.
And then we have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Substitutions okay, add or subtract no problem. Have it your way or it's no way. It's what keeps customers loyal and coming back. So they'll never hear this again.
Only what's on the menu. You can have a number 2, a plain omelet.
Here are some other secrets. According to bloggers, at Popeyes, you can order naked chicken. That's chicken without any breading. At Chili's, chili isn't on the menu, but you can ask for it, and they'll bring you a cup.
On this quiet southwest side street, behind this coffee shop, is the man behind the props of some of Hollywood's major motion pictures.
Star Trek Next Generation Weapons. This is a rocket pack from Rocketeer. This is a rifle from Chronicles of Riddick.
All were made by hand by Rick Gamez.
I make custom props for movies.
After decades in Los Angeles, he moved his prop shop to Portland.
It could be a canoe, a rubber bat, a gun, an atomic bomb. It could be anything.
For some 25 years, he's contributed every conceivable prop to hundreds of films.
Die Hard 4, Dragon Ball Z, Broken Arrow, Chronicles of Riddick.
This is his toolbox, his reality to create the unreal. Paintbrushes, respirators, laser cutters, mold makers, and the computer.
I did all the guns on Men in Black.
I'm going to count to 3.
They have to work. They have to light up. They got to have a laser in it. They got to have all that stuff in it.
And big budget films have big budgets for props.
Have a look at this one.
The neutralizers in Men in Black cost $7 grand a piece. After making props for Night at the Museum, he's now working on the sequel.
Well, this is an hourglass I'm doing for Night in the Museum 2. And it's got to look like a period piece that's been in a museum for 200 years.
But sometimes Rick's work can be too convincing, including this nuclear bomb for the movie Armageddon.
This was at $80,000.
It set off an explosion of its own before filming began.
I was in the backyard, and I had helicopters flying overhead. And then within about 20 minutes, I had cops at my door saying, "What do you got in your backyard? What's this giant bomb that you got back there?"
Just another day in Rick's world of make-believe.
I've worked in hundreds of movies. And have probably made some of the coolest stuff you've ever seen.
Joe Smith, KGW News Channel 8 and the Portland Business Journal.
Portland is known for its defining parts of town. We have so many of them: South Waterfront, the Pearl District, Northwest 23rd, Mississippi Avenue, Hawthorne, and so many more. Our business reporter Joe Smith joins us now. And Joe, you found yet another one.
And so are a lot of other people. It's an area of town just a decade ago that was filled with vacant storefronts, rundown, gritty hotels. Today, the West End is the city's newest eclectic enclave, where yesterday meets today, all with a Portland sensibility.
Look around. Do you know where we are?
Downtown?
Try again.
Brewery blocks?
One more time.
I don't know. I have no idea.
This would be Portland's West End.
The West End. I love the West End.
And so does the rest of the country. The New York Times recently took note with a shout out. Streets are dotted with small boutiques and loads of trendy dining spots. It's now a must stop for locals and tourists. They're coming into Petunia's Pies and Pastries on Southwest 12th for gluten-free vegan treats.
Oh yeah, people have called or emailing, inquiring about shipping, which we do, all kinds of stuff, and traveling, coming in with a copy of the New York Times saying, we read about you, we had to come in. It's been great.
This kind of notoriety helps all businesses in the West End. At Tasty and Alder, tables are full and so are the plates, served family style.
You get a chance to try a lot of different dishes and pass around and share everything.
Walk along any street here and you'll spot a new restaurant.
Good food, good drinks.
Or old favorites, Ruby Jewel. 2 scoops, please. Is that salted caramel chocolate? It's delicious. Or around the corner at the Blue Star, where here a donut is a meal.
This is a passion fruit donut with chocolate nibbits. It is oh so passionate.
Some of the newest shops open are at Union Way. What was an early 20th century brick garage is now an alley of new businesses on West Burnside. Little T's Bakery opened just months ago.
Really well known for our baguettes and for our croissants.
At Marine Layer, it's all about soft clothes.
It has a very sort of non-pretentious element to it.
But pretentious is appealing at the Multnomah Whiskey Library.
From memberships, pieces of our program, the fact that we do have a notorious wait at our door because our seating is limited, all of these things might lend to that opinion.
And that's okay. 200 are on the membership waiting list. And like all businesses here, do you know how hip the West End is?
Well, I'm here, so I think I got a pretty good idea how hip it is.
You got it. Now, many credit the West End's redevelopment with the arrival of the Ace Hotel, Stumptown Coffee, and Clyde Commons. Back to you.
Oh, Joe, I'm ready to go.
It's a great spot.
You're killing me. Thank you, Joe.